it was red against yellow, and red, the losing team had to do 25. Well, red, I was on red. Red won. I was like, hell yeah, let's go do 25 laps. I'm going to do it. So I did, and just seeing my teammates who were like, they were just tired. They were just so tired. And I was like, yeah, I've been there. And I'm like, yeah, I know how you feel. And that feeling just really sucks,
Right.
and just being tired and so now that I have all this energy, the days that I do miss, like I had to miss practice today because I'm running errands with my daughter. I can feel it's like my body's missing, like it's missing it, and so it's just, and I'm noticing. I know I had posted that I didn't lose a lot of pounds. I lost like 1 pound, but I lost inches. I lost like an inch in my arms, my waist, my hips, everywhere. I lost about an inch, inch and a half all around, and I'm starting to notice muscle definition. I'm starting to see the muscles in my arms and in my, and they noticed, my friend Penny is she works out a lot, and she's very big into fitness, and she noticed yesterday my hamstrings, because I've been doing a lot of leg work. She's like, I can really see it in your legs. She goes, I can see the difference in your body. And I was telling her, I'm like, girl, I can feel the difference in my body. I feel the strength. So it was, yeah, it was it's really amazing. That's why I had to post that, and hopefully invite people. Hopefully they'll tune in, so they can.
We're going to get started, but we were recording you, so you kind of did a small little testimonial for us, and didn't even know it.
Really good stuff.
So yes, perfect, because that's what we're talking about.
Yay!
So Mary Kay, I'm like, we're just going to kind of record her and just have a raw testimony here, and that was kind of nice. So because obviously we'll record this and then we'll post it, and then the Derby girls that are interested, you can send them this link. So
okay,
right,
my story.
kind of like what we've talked about of just getting them engaged, and then once they start getting engaged, we'll bring them on your team. So
okay, sounds good.
Yep.
I just want to tell you, you sent me a link and I couldn't open it.
Okay.
You emailed me a link and it wouldn't let me open it. So
okay.
I do want to learn more about the product, because I'm a different person. So
right.
If it could do that for me, then I know it could do it for other people. I know people are very skeptical of products like this. Also, I'm going to see you October 7th.
Are you coming to the game?
Yeah, we're coming to the game. I'm trying to get a bunch of girls together. So far, I have 3 who are going to go in with me in my car.
Okay.
I was like, oh my God, yeah, let's go to this game.
Awesome.
So we're going to drive up there October.
Okay.
Go see you guys play.
Awesome. Okay, so
I'm looking forward to that.
We've only got 20 minutes left, so let's get started, and then we can talk offline. I'm gonna.
Okay.
I muted everybody, so everyone should be muted. And then I'm gonna go ahead, and we've already got it recorded. And I'm also gonna share my screen with all of you. Give me a second. Share screen. Here we go. Okay. Here we go. And share screen. Bear with me. Okay, so we've kind of really are creating a little bit of a, I don't know, like a category subject. I don't know what the right word I want to use, but we're rolling with absorb your training. And the reason why we're kind of going with that is when we were at Celebration, there was a few different people who spoke about the amp line, and one of the biggest parts that we took from it was how much using the amp lines it's truly helping you absorb your training, as Marianne just kind of gave us a testimony without knowing, and thank you, Marianne. And then just really, what it's about is making sure that you're putting the right nutrition in your body to help absorb your training, prevent injury, and also sickness, because if you have the right nutrition in your body, then, you're not going to have as much sickness going on. Because I know when I was doing Derby, my asthma was going crazy. My allergies were going crazy, because in the warehouse, it's just, If you have allergies, the dust from the swamp coolers and stuff were just insane. So I was actually getting sick when I was doing my Bricks Derby training. Hence why we put sickness on here too. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the product line. And if you guys have any questions, you can go ahead and put them in the notes, and then we can go from there. So if you wanna go ahead and start with the hydrate.
Sure. Hi, good evening, and thank you guys for joining us tonight. As Christina kind of introduced, the fact that we are coming up with the main focus of the AMP line and putting together how to absorb your training from the inside out. That's kind of been our motto lately, is everything's from the inside out. So Hydrate is under the AMP line, and it is really fabulous for so many reasons. As Marianne pointed out, she's obviously gotten very acclimated to the AMP line and noticed a difference. And everyone has their story about how that difference impacted them. And with Hydrate, I can tell you, it impacted me with athletics, of course, because that's what it's geared towards, but primarily because I live in Arizona, and Arizona is very dry and it's very hot. And we practice in a non-air conditioned warehouse and literally have a thermostat inside the warehouse and watch, because if it gets over 100 degrees, we call it. We don't practice in there. But in the meantime, if it's hovering at 99, we're practicing in full gear for 2.5 hours. I'm doing some serious sweating. So I make sure I take Hydrate with my water before practice, just so I have it already in my system, and then I take it throughout and of course afterwards. But again, it helps replenish the electrolytes that I know are pouring out of my body. And as Marianne has said earlier, that will allow my body to stay hydrated to the point where I can keep going after a 2-hour practice. If I wanted to do some endurance on the track, I can, because I know I'm not going to dehydrate.
Right, and one thing with the Hydrate that we've learned is that you truly, the first hour that you're doing any type of activity, if you're drinking water, that's fine. But generally after that first hour, you're losing your electrolytes. And then also if you're a sweaty, salty sweater,
yes,
that's the word I wanted to use, you're truly really need to rehydrate your body, and water is just not going to help. So, and a lot of people, like, you know, when you're sweating and you lick your skin or whatnot, your wrist, you'll notice if you're a salty sweater. Mary Kay is a very salty sweater, so she has to put the Hydrate in. When she's not, like, I'm like, why aren't you using this? Because she'll dehydrate even faster, hence not absorbing the training, getting sick, and causing injury, especially to her calves and so forth, because she does do derby. So the next solutions that we're going to kind of talk about, we put 2 of them on the same page, which for me, truly, in my opinion, kind of go hand in hand as I have asthma. So for a pre-workout, I use the Nox, which just absolutely love. It's great for blood and oxygen. The nice thing about Nox is that it truly can work up to 24 hours after you take it. Recommended is usually take it at least 2 hours before you start doing an activity, because usually by the 3rd hour, it's really starting to produce in your system. If you can take it an hour before, that's fine too. But like I said, it's in your system for at least 24 hours. And like I said, the Nox it's great tasting. It's got it's all, you know, it's got the garden blend. So at first it was kind of, you know, like a different taste for someone who kind of likes her vegetables. So, but once you start taking it, you really enjoy it. And then the E-shot, I'll let Mary Kay go ahead and discuss that one.
Yes, I see so often, too often, people with not one, but 2 monsters. They're like double fisting their energy drinks. And we're talking, to me, like a 20-gallon drum of crap. And I'm just like, what are you doing? And everyone will say, oh, I can't have one, I need 2. Like 1 just doesn't even do it anymore. And then 2 becomes 3, and 3 becomes 4, and then sayonara, they're dead. So, I don't know. Just saying.
The nice thing about the E-shots is that we came out with 2 new flavors as well. So We kind of have variety, so that way you don't have the heart attack and you don't die when you're drinking the Monster as opposed to your e-shots. So kind of different variation of flavor. So anything else you want to add?
Yeah, I was just going to say, that's the person I walk up to and I give them one e-shot and I'm like, just try this and then call me after you have. Because I guarantee you they're going to get a better result without all the crap that they're putting in their body. But the e-shots, again, are just a blessing to help get through workouts. They truly do help.
Right, and you've got, they're plant-based, the caffeine in them. Really, you don't have a high or a low. You just kind of go through. This week, Mary Kay and I have both been not sleeping well. So, yes, e-shots have been our lifesaver this week. We actually ran out of them. So today, I gave her the last one when I really wanted it. But, so yeah, so you tend to start arguing over them because they're that good. So make sure you have plenty in stock.
Okay, and Power. Again, if anyone has not tried all of these products, you really must. And I emphasize it on the athletic side, but this is also geared for day-to-day life. You don't have to be an athlete. You don't have to be an avid gym goer in order to take these products. They serve the same purpose for someone on a day-to-day basis as it would an athlete. So with Power, there's amazing effects with that. I have noticed when I take it, it gives me, it's like having a full tank of gas and then adding a little bit of NOS into it. And it just gives you that extra oomph that everything you do, it's not 100%, but 110. And that feels amazing. It literally feels like you are on top of the world and unstoppable. So you will hear me say that word repeatedly. It literally defines the amp line and how I feel. So with that, of course, as you can see on the screen, I don't want to read verbatim, but you can see the effects and benefits of taking Power. Just again, to put a little personal side to it, explaining how it affects you. And Christina, what do you have you?
On the Power, one thing to also know is, on a daily basis we have our stresses, and there are people who don't work out, but there are people that have a very, very stressful life. And Power is also good for helping with aging brain, brain fog, also just for improvement of what do I want to say?
Your body.
Right.
When you are under mental stress, it can actually hurt you physically than a workout. If you ever come home or had a very stressful day and you actually take the time to just stop, you feel like you've been hit by a Mack truck. Your whole body literally aches because you've been like this the whole day.
Right.
So again, that's where the amp line can come in, and Recover is a perfect solution for that type of day. It's a mental, physical recovery, literally all together.
Right. So you just don't have to be an athlete to take the Recover, which is kind of nice because, like I said, if you're the Power, if you have a stressful day and you just want to use it for brain fog, Recover is just going to help you. Your muscles that are agitated, just stressed, that will also help you. And as well for like derby, for running, hiking, the Recover is really great. Let me tell you, when you're working out and you're hiking, you take this with your hydrate afterwards and your legs aren't as painful the next day. You can actually sit down without having to use your arms. So that's something that I really like about the Recover is you don't truly feel the pain you might have felt if you didn't take it. And Mary Kay experienced this as well. With derby, she had tried it one workout and not the other, and it was like night and day, and that's what really solidified Mary Kay to start doing the amp line, which was awesome. And then also fuel was one thing that Mary Kay, I haven't done fuel yet because I haven't worked out long enough to truly use it, but Mary Kay can talk about that.
Yes, I have 3 products that I use. Actually, I take that back for every derby practice, whether it's a scrimmage, a team practice, a league practice. I have an event coming up Saturday. Trust me, I will be taking all 4 of these products, which consist of hydrate. I mix it with my power. So there's 2. I have fuel halfway every time, and I have my recover all 4 every time. And I just feel 10 times better than if I don't take it. So I really think this is like a secret weapon, and it's such a double-edged sword, because it's like I want to share it with the world, but at the same point, I'm leveling my playing field. Like, this really takes your skill to the next level, and it's just really incredible. So,
and then the next thing is the Amp protein bars. These just came out at Celebration, and ironically enough, when we were at Celebration, one of our friends, Journey, had purchased some of these, and we didn't buy any, and she came around, and at Celebration, I was one who saved seats first thing in the morning and woke up and made sure all of our team members had seats. So Journey ended up coming up to me, and she's like, because you saved seats, this is your gift, and thank you so much. And it was a day where I wasn't feeling well, and I kind of took a bite of it, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And MK took a bite of it, and she's like, yeah, okay. You know, I think it was the last day when Dave Robbins was there, and I was just kind of tired and whatnot, and it's whatever, you know, ate it. And then we ended up ordering a box of these, and they sat in our cupboard, I think almost 2.5 weeks. And I'm like, yeah, we got the bars. Okay, great. You know, and then one day we were doing something, and I'm all, grab a couple of those bars because that will help us. And yeah, now I'm like addicted.
Now they're gone.
To the chocolate brownie bars. Like, I'm really impressed. I even posted on Facebook, and Stephanie was like, oh my gosh, I can't get enough of these things. And the same thing. And they're really great for athletes who, you know, are on the run, and they're not really designed for a meal. You know, we have our other bars for that, but this truly is for that snack that you need, just for that pick me up, you know, right before Derby. You don't want to have a big bar or a big shake. You can eat one of these.
Well, you don't want to have a big meal.
Right.
No skater, no athlete wants to eat anything heavy right before doing an activity. There's just, that's no.
Right. So we have the cookie dough flavor as well as the chocolate brownie flavor. The strawberries and cream will be coming out in the winter time. But like I said, these protein bars, oh my goodness, they're phenomenal. And I've eaten a lot of protein bars, and I truly, not just because I love Isagenix, but truly because I honestly will tell you, I am the pickiest eater you'll ever meet. And that's why I like Isagenix, because I can actually eat it and love it all at the same time. So, you know, another aspect of not so much the Amp line, but something that we like to put into the products when we do buy our Amp.
Just take it every day, all day.
Okay.
You'll thank me later.
There you go. That's all we need to say. Ionix is amazing, and if you're not on Ionix, then shame on you, because it's the best thing ever. Period. Exclamation. So no, Ionix is great. It's great for stress. It's great for just mental clarity. It's great for, like this morning, because I gave my e-shot away. I ended up having my Ionix, and it actually helped me get a little bit more energy. So truly, the Ionix is something that every person should have. You know, for kid-wise, not so much yet. Usually you want to wait till they're like a little bit older in their teens, because it has testosterone in it. So that's one thing that I am learning, which is good, because my daughter Bailey really wanted the Ionix, and then I found out that there's, you know, due to testosterone, she doesn't get that. So, but she gets the Cleanse for Life, and she loves it because she has irritable bowel issues, and it's not curing anything, but it helps her when she has her symptoms. So even though we didn't go over Cleanse for Life, there's a little bit of tidbit. So, but really, you know, for anyone who's an athlete, for anyone who is a runner, goes to the gym, hikes, you know, just basically when it comes to putting the right nutrition in your body and then exercising, we're supposed to exercise about 150 minutes a week. It used to be less than that, but because of our society, obesity is becoming huge. And
it's an epidemic,
right?
Basically, at this point, it truly is.
Right. 50% of our children are obese, and it's like 65 to 70% of adults are obese, and it's truly because, one, we don't work out enough, and two, fast food is just gigantic, you know, and when you don't have time, even tonight, you know, we'll confess, you know, we had tons of stuff to do, running around, had to get, you know, we had our call at 6 o'clock, then we had this call at 7 o'clock, so of course we went in a Safeway and got one of those pre-made meals that they have, and obviously it's not the best, but a lot of people do that, and that's why Isagenix is so key. Yes, you'll have days that, you know, it's not so good when you eat bad things, but Isagenix is truly forgiving, and that's what I love about it. You have a bad day, you take your Isoflush at night, you get 2 ounces of Cleanse for Life at night, you wake up in the morning and you don't even realize that you had bad food for dinner last night. So it's truly important to have the right performance system in your system, in your system, and then also having the right nutrition.
Agreed.
Anything you want to finish with?
Just a couple quick things. So just wanted to point out the fact that Isagenix is Informed Sports certified, which is huge. That's something that it doesn't happen easily, nor does it happen overnight. And that's just fantastic. So I wanted to point that out. I also wanted to point out Christina's beautiful new glasses. And lastly, but not least, Jody, Steelers won.
OMG. I'm going to stop recording. So if anybody has any questions, then we can go ahead and answer those now.